All right, that's enough of poetry. There comes a time in every nation's story when the calendar itself seems to give up. Cameroon reached that point on October 12, 2025, the day Paul Biya, 92 years young, 43 years strong, extended his rule into an 8th term, and the country collectively realized that it was no longer counting elections, but anniversaries of endurance. The ballot boxes weren't instruments of democracy. They were birthday candles for a regime that refused to blow out. In Douala, the air was a perfume of burning tires and tear gas. In Yaoundé, barricades hummed like angry prayers. In Garoua, where Issa Shiroma Bakari's supporters had once dreamed of change, the dream was shot dead at breakfast. Literally. A father of 5 buying bread became a statistic in a country where bread and bullets are prized, equally in despair. Paul Biya's re-election was declared by Elecam, the electoral body that has spent decades learning how to clap without emotion. They announced 53.66% for the president, 35.19% for his rival, and 0% shame. The Constitutional Council, whose main function is to legalize deja vu apparently, certified the result and rejected all 10 opposition petitions as baseless, because in Cameroon, even the law must behave itself. The protest began like whispers and ended like war drums. By October 27, Douala had become an open wound. 10 dead, 100 arrested, countless promises of calm floating over the smell of gunpowder. The Interior Minister Paul Atanganji declared the demonstrations illegal, as if illegality were something that could embarrass the regime. He promised legal action against Shiroma for insurrection, forgetting that rebellion is the only language left to those forbidden to vote in their own future. But then again, what future? Cameroon has been in a time loop since 1982. When Biya took power, Michael Jackson still had a nose. Bob Marley's ashes were still warm, and half the current electorate's parents were still in primary school. These are facts. In 1990, when I was born, when a multi-party democracy was introduced, it was like giving citizens a choice between identical prison cells. Opposition parties were legalized and immediately domesticated. Biya's government didn't ban his rivals, it neutered them. He turned politics into a zoo. The lions were caged, the sheep were free, and the zookeeper, well, he gets to live forever. In 2008, the Constitution was rewritten, not to reflect the will of the people, but to extend the will of the president. Term limits were abolished. The country sighed. The world shrugged, and Biya smiled. The ink hadn't dried before his next term began. The Constitution itself now a willing accomplice in Biya's longevity.